I'd like to introduce Catherine Antoine, Director and Managing Editor of RFA Online. Catherine joined Radio Free Asia in 2004 with an impressive background in journalism throughout Asia, and particularly online publishing. Her energy and enthusiasm has kept RFA Online at the forefront of innovation in digital media. Catherine?
Thank you, Libby. Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here. 10 years ago, this summer, RFA expanded its presence online and launched its first multilingual, multi-script website. Since then, we have upgraded and redesigned the site 3 times. We've added photography, video, graphics, citizen reports, ebooks, even games. That's our cute chicken factor. Of course, RFA Online also streams the broadcast news in 9 languages and features the best of our reporting in English. We developed our own Unicode font for the Tibetan site, and the Uyghur and Cantonese pages can be converted at the click of a button. Today, the site receives about 1.5 million monthly visitors. Those are the ones we can count. On any given day, thousands of people discuss RFA news on the Burmese Facebook page. Our Khmer service produces video that you won't find anywhere else. More than 50,000 people subscribe to the RFA Vietnamese YouTube channel and have passionate debate there from inside Vietnam. A true citizen debate has emerged online in RFA's target countries. Along the way, we've earned many awards, starting with the regional Edward Morrow for Excellence in Electronic Journalism in 2005, and year after year since then, culminating in a very prestigious Association of International Broadcasters Award earned last November for an iBook on the Tiananmen massacre, done in partnership with Rob Ball's team. So how did we do it? First, by putting a premium on innovation. As early as 2005, we started the first blog on Tibetans in India during a tsunami. A few months later, we introduced our first hub page. A hub page aggregates content to add background and historical document. Our first was on the 30th anniversary of the fall of Saigon, today Ho Chi Minh City. Today, we have more than 150 hub pages on the RFA website. The same year, we also published our first citizen video from Tai Chi village in Guangdong province in the south of China, capturing unrest between villagers and the authorities. In 2006, we created our first YouTube channel. It was not easy, believe me. In 2009, we introduced Facebook and Twitter. In 2010, we introduced ebooks. Radio Free Asia has come a long way from radio only. We adopted an online presence early and have thrived there. We introduced long-form journalism with a year-long video series on the Mekong River. Our reporters traveled undercover from Tibet all the way to the Vietnamese Delta. They followed the river to tell stories of people living off the water. This series became also RFA's first TV documentary and won first place at the 2010 Society of Environmental Journalists Awards. We continued to dig into difficult topics with our next series on human trafficking. More recently, we focus on drinking water, a life or death issue for many people living in China and Southeast Asia. At the same time, RFA covers special events from difficult locations, streaming live to radio, satellite TV, and Internet, such as the Dalai Lama 26th Mind and Life Conference in India from inside a monastic temple, or local elections in Cambodia, as you just heard, including the recent parliamentary election, where we hosted live candidate debates never done before in Cambodia. So today you can find RFA on smartphones, on 11 YouTube channels, 18 blogs, 17 Facebook pages, 11 Twitter feeds, 10 mobile apps, 7 regular webcast news streamed on the website, not including personal Facebook pages by our broadcasters and other apps developed by our fans. We've always made it a point of staying in tune with market changes. 10 years ago, we were offering RSS and podcast feeds to serve the then popular MP3 players and newsreaders. Remember those? They were the new ways to distribute content and bypass censorship. We use social media as a circumvention tool. By publishing our content on as many platforms as possible, we make it possible for our audience to share it with anyone, with or without the RFA brand. Today, our listeners download their favorite broadcast shows on iTunes. Our websites are available on magazine-like formats on Google Current. These platforms are blocked by censors in China. Yet 91% of the traffic to our Google Current site originates from inside China. And China accounts for more than half of all downloads on the RFA iTunes store. We are also successful with SoundCloud on Facebook and TuneIn, popular among the Tibetan audience. We're experimenting with Free Weibo, AudioNow, BitTorrent. A dedicated outreach editor puts RFA content on whatever is the hottest social media service inside the firewall. At any given time, she's operating upwards to 40 blogs aliases and 20 Twitter aliases. Finally, we maintain high standards of online journalism. We hold regular training workshops on, for example, the risks and rewards of social media, copyrights online, understanding web traffic to make wise editorial choices. We invite visiting experts to share their experience. A social media from the State Department came to talk about how to handle abusive comments. The Washington Post new media editor shared online guidelines, and one of the video editors demonstrated simple filming tips for video reporters. By the way, he was hired by VOA after that. But the online world is constantly changing. Just a few years ago, it was enough to repurpose broadcast content for those who read the news on their desktop. Today, our audience expects to have their say, to share and discuss information, and do it all from their mobile device. Last year, 9% of our audience from the Mandarin website was using a mobile device. Today, it is 32% to use a mobile device to access RFA news. This growing segment of our audience will not stay with us unless we find what they are looking for. They find what they are looking for, both in terms of content and their experience with us. This is where the challenge lies. How do we continuously reinvent ourselves fast enough to remain relevant to the decision makers of tomorrow, the change generation? Innovation requires talent, freedom to try and fail, and a will to experiment. We have found that when we partner with others whose commitment, vision, and strength complement our own, we blaze a trail for others to follow. Our most recent website redesign, our award-winning iBook, and many of our most successful projects were done collaboratively, and I'm looking forward to many more to come. It is my pleasure now to introduce Dan Sutherland, a founder of RFA, executive editor, and the occasional author of features such as the iBook I just mentioned. Dan's remarkable career as a reporter has been invaluable in setting the standards of excellence we all follow.
Well, the e-books have been very much a team effort, and my basic involvement was to write the text for the Tiananmen Remembering Tiananmen e-book. I spent 18 years in Asia as a